In the ad hoc committee, in the ad hoc committee in Parliament, in your written statement and in your oral evidence, you said that you met Mr. Matlala for the first time in February 2024. In the statement before this commission, you say you met him sometime in January. Why did you change your statement in this commission?
Chair, I met Mr. Matlala for the first time when he came to the office with his lawyer. That was the first time I met Mr. Matlala. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's a date because the letter wrote a letter. I mean, the lawyer wrote a letter that I had responded to and said, please do come then to the office rather than meeting somewhere on the side. Because it was a call. And then I said, no, let it be official. Let your lawyer write the letter and come to the office. Meet me official in the office.
Yes, my question is why the difference in the dates? In one sworn statement you say February and in the other January. I'm just trying to understand what changed.
I don't even want to refer it as a typo. It's something that I know because even there in Parliament, I said I met him for the first time when he came to see me in relation to the same issue that I'm talking about. So whether maybe I could have said February or maybe at that point in time I didn't have that in front of me, but the first time I met Mr. Matlala is when he came to the office.
So your current version is it was January 2024?
As per the letter and the days that I have in the file.
Okay.
Let's not say your relationship, because it was not a relationship. We met as a person who came to complain.
Right. And how many times after January 2024 did you interact with Mr. Matlala?
I can't say how many times, but I know where I'm sitting. I've met Mr. Matlala less than 5 times in my whole life.
Less than 5 times?
I'm saying
physically?
So. Yes.
And not physical meetings, but other communication?
Communications, if I have spoken to Mr. Matlala on the phone, I think it will be less than 3 times. I wasn't really interacting with Matlala. I never was used to talk to him regularly. It's not a kind of a person I was talking to. I categorically deny that I acquired or received any impala from Mr. Matlala, which is the fact.
No, finish the sentence, please.
Oh, he said the first sentence. That's why I was reading the first sentence.
No, but then you must get to the full stop, Chair.
Yes.
General, why do you stop at the comma?
Chair, I went to school under a tree. So you said the first sentence and I just went for the first sentence.
It ends at the full stop, not at the comma. That's my point.
Yeah, I know. I'm one of those who went under a tree at school.
Don't worry about that. Just please read it.
I categorically deny that I acquired or received any impala from Mr. Matlala or from any other person for that matter.
Now, General, you see, you say you deny that you A, acquired, and then B, received. So you're saying you did not acquire any impala from Mr. Matlala or any other person. So you even disqualifying your Zimbabwean friend who you say acquired for impala for you. Because if you say you did not acquire an impala from any person, then it means you didn't acquire an impala even from your Zimbabwean friend.
To me, Chair, is where English comes in. Not hiding behind English, just to say from my side, in my mindset, I did not acquire from Mr. Matlala or any other person for that matter, not discounting the fact that what I'm saying from my own angle. I was just saying I did not acquire it from any other person giving to me.
Because General, here is the problem. This section of your affidavit addresses the so-called impala controversy. And you do it in 4 pages. from page 1, 2, 3, 3 pages. It's 4 actually. And nowhere in those 4 pages do you say, in March 2024, I owned Impala and I had them in my property. And that is a problem. Because you're only mentioning it now when you are shown the photos. And I specifically asked you a question. Are those animals that we see there, are they impalas, yes or no? You said they are impalas. But nowhere in your statement do you say, on the 27th of March, I owned impalas and I had them in my property. And you have had General Sentumule's affidavit and the photos since Friday. So you've had the whole weekend to go through it. And at no stage in your affidavit do you say, the animals that are depicted in the annexures to General Sentumule's affidavit, I had them in my property in March 2024. Nowhere do you say that.
You see, Chair, sometimes when you are in a situation that I'm facing where you have to draft something and you craft something, and this thing is to be subjected to intense probing or cross-examination, other things begin to pop out that ask certain questions and that require specific questions or answers, that at that time when you were crafting, you craft and you say, all right, let me keep it short, let me...
It happened, it was very dangerous. So Timofile, the Impala, unfortunately all of them don't know. But for that, I told you this guy, how do they know? So never they died all of them. They don't. So, but they died all of them, unfortunately. So, again, don't know when no, I'm feeling in this. So
you don't
remember, it's a game reserve. I say private. It's not in it's in the wild. It's a 3,000 hectare farm.
Okay.
So they are roaming free.
Yeah.
It's not like you can name or the tracker or by the feeder. It's in the wild.
Okay.
So I think maybe.
Yes,
Yes.
okay, I see it.
There's a gap in some days before he sends the next message to Mr. Mokhosi. So it's 8 May 2025. So it was before his arrest. And the recording that we played was taken at the time of his arrest on 14 May 2025. Okay? So the conversation about the impalas, the animals and the delivery to the plot, was already taking place before he was arrested. Do you see that?
I hear what you say.
You still maintain that the 14 May was an AI generated?
I wouldn't get involved into the AI generated stuff or part of it. All I'm saying is that these are the conversations between certain individuals on their own accord, whatever they were talking about. That does not involve me.
It does involve you, though. And they are talking about the delivery of animals. Here Mr. Matlala says animals, but what we know them to be are impala. So if there was not this issue of the impalas and the delivery of the impalas to your property, why would he be discussing it with Mr. Mokhosi?
What I heard is when he was saying to Mokhosi, I hear you going around saying, you told so-and-so that, let me read it. I hear that you told Mr. S that I told you that I gave him some animals to keep at this plot. So I wanted to hear from you if there's any truth in this.
Yes, he's asking, did you tell Mr. S, who's, I think is you, did you tell him that I told you about those animals? Did you then go and tell Mr. S about it? That's what he's asking.
Well, personally, I never discussed with Brown Mokgotsi the issue of the impalas. I never discussed with Mr. Ket Matlala about the issue of the impalas.
The only person you spoke to was Mr. Nkosi about the impalas?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. And we're not going to go back there because we've looked at that whole exchange of texts that you knew it was coming from Mr. Matlala. So,
What is the status of this witness's statement? What is its status? Is it a confession? Is it an admission? Or it was just an interrogation? Because I'm being asked on something that could have been obtained unlawfully as well, or like as determined by Mr. Matlala as being AI generated and say, I deny this and I deny this and I never said this, or the circumstances under which this statement was undertaken, where they went and booked him and then spent 5 hours with him interrogating him. Now, whatever they said about me, because they want me, now I'm responding to the statement that were made by the sergeants, when in fact they are talking about a confession that was obtained by Mr. Matlala that was supposed to have been, they are junior officials, they are sergeants. They were supposed to, when a person begin to make an unequivocal statement that if it were to be made in court would amount to a plea of guilty or a confession or an admission, then which means then there are certain procedures that needs to be followed. And in this regard, we're talking about a statement where people just called, went to book a person out, sat with a person out for six hours and saying it was an informal decision. It was an informal discussion. And then as a result, I just want to be assisted. Where do we position this thing? Was it an admission made by Mr. Matlala? Admitted? Is it admitted? Was it a confession? Or, because I'm now, why I'm worried is the fact that I know the status of PKTT in terms of so badly wanting to get hold of me, considering the fact that they have been to Mr. Matlala many times, even in jail, and saying to him, give us Sibiya, we'll take you out, we'll leave you out. We are prepared to even leave that case of Ms. Tobejani as long as you give us Sibiya. Work with us. Now, I'm in this situation now where now I'm being questioned on the statement that were obtained by PKTT junior members, say this is what Matlala told us. Whether I was being assaulted or was under duress, I don't know. But I'm just worried about the fact that I'm responding to a statement that I don't know what its real status is in front of the commissioners.
To you, the evidence that has been placed before this commission, it's only fair to you that you are given an opportunity to respond to this.
I want to respond.
And a straight answer would be benefit to you.
Chair, I want to respond by showing the group that was created by my wife with the family and kids. Other kids, I've got 6 kids, all of them adults. They are working. And then this one said, this is what I'll do, this is what I'll do, this is what I'll do to support our brother. And here is it. I don't know if I should just read them into the record or just attach them so that they are seen there. And then you can see even the date from 11 September
Chair,
when my wife started.
Sorry, General, let me stop you. I accept your word for it, Chair. I have no problem with that. I can understand that in a family setting, that's how it works. People contribute. But it doesn't answer this question, which is a response to this evidence about Mr. Matlala saying he came to the party and that he came with cash.
You see, Chair, in all fairness, it is important that when the evidence leader tried to demonstrate that Mr. Matlala came and he contributed to my son's engagement, then I demonstrate that no. Everything that happened there, we carried as a family. Starting from my wife went with a credit card to Spar to buy the grocery for a small number of people that were there. And then others bought cakes, and then we bought this. We didn't need 300,000. We didn't need money from Mr. Matlala. And I quite honestly speaking, I didn't need it. We didn't need it. We didn't ask for it. And then if it was in a sense that is going to bring that amount of money at that point in time, at that late hour, he would have done it maybe in the during the day so that I can use it to spend. But because it was not even, I didn't even invite people. Not even there was no friend of mine, not even one. So I'm demonstrating here that we paid and we carried the cost, and everything that was there, you can see even yourself that no. Here the family were working together in dealing with this whole thing. So please, this thing of the 300,000, I'm throwing it away. I'm rejecting it right away from the onset.
Putting to you is General Sintumule, and if necessary, we the commission can, if it's decided it's important, can get a statement from Major General Tema. But according to General Sintumule, Mrs. Matlala was not invited by Major General Tema. She says, I met her because she came to sit with us. I invited, when I say I mean General Sintumule, says, I invited Major General Tema. 1, 2, while we were there, a lady came and sat with us, and she was introduced to me as Mr. Matlala. So that's General Sintumule doesn't confirm what you're saying, that they came with Mrs. Matlala.
If I were to respond, Chair.
Yes, please do.
I'm going to say something here that no matter what I say, I don't see it changing the attitude of the commissioners in relation to my involvement in this thing. And I'm going to give you an example, Commissioner, that says, when you look at the lease agreement that, I don't know whether it's Dr. Pett, the one who did the BBL, or there is another doctor who was referred to get the lease agreement from Department of Public Works. They were referred by General Tema, who was the head of college. The same applies to Mr. Matlala. They were referred by General Tema to the same Public Works. Now, we are sitting with one person who is very close to these people, but the commissioner is saying, no. This lady, Matlala's wife, was actually brought by you, not by her. It could not have been them. But she's very close to them. I don't know them. And I found them there working together, being very close to one another.
General, I'm not saying you brought Mrs. Matlala to your house. If that's what's happening in how you perceive things, it doesn't come from me. I didn't put to you that you brought Mrs. Matlala to your house. I'm discussing with you your description of how you say she came to be in your house. You say she came with Major General Tema. That's what you said. 1. And then you say, even General Sintumule says that. You remember that's what you said. For now, I'm not yet asking for comment. You can say to me, I'm wrong in my recollection of your evidence. But your evidence, and let me repeat it, is she's very close to Major General Tema, who has since retired, and you didn't invite her to your house. She was brought by Major General Tema, who came with General Sintumule. Even General Sintumule says that in her affidavit. That's a sum of your evidence.
Now, Chair, I don't think I was specifically saying they came all three together
Okay?
in their house, to houses. I invited General Sintumula alone.
Yes.
And then she asked me a question and said, General, can I come with General Tema? I said,
Yes.
it's okay.
Yes.
Because at least she needed to be with someone.
Yes.
If you go to page 573, you'll see the screenshot. Yes, it's probably easier for you to look at it there.
Yes.
This is a post by a person named Musa Kawula.
Correct.
And it's, as you can see, as you read it, it posts these allegations against Mr. Matlala, including his connection at Tembisa, defrauding at Tembisa Hospital, blue lights. He's connected to the killing of Babita. He spells it incorrectly, Dear Come. Okay. Do you know this person,
Which one?
Musa Kawula? Do you know who he is?
I know him from, I haven't seen him in person.
How do you know? How do you know of him?
I don't know what they call him or what they call this type of people, but what they do is he posts things like this about people, too many people.
Okay, so you're aware of this. You're aware of him, and you're aware that this is what he does, that he
Yes.
posts.
Yes.
Okay. So what happens then is that on the 17th of September, if we go back to 547, and you'll see at chat number 7, General Shibiri sends Sergeant Nkosi, he forwards this message. It appears to be a message forwarded from Mr. Matlala, which says, someone sent this to me yesterday and demanded money from me, or else they will publish this nonsense. I told them to go ahead with it. They're trying to extort money from me. Okay? And then if you continue on 548, chat number 2.
Yes?
Okay, General Shibiri also sends Sergeant Nkosi this message. It seems like, again, a forwarded message, a message that he's sharing with Sergeant Nkosi. Someone is sending stories to Musa Kawula about you. I'm warning him to not even try write about you. Okay? That's at still on 17th September at 9:10. And then he immediately shares with Sergeant Nkosi the screenshot in chat number 3. And what was your interest in Mr. Musa Kawula again? Why were you following this closely?
I never was any interested in Musa Kawula. I'm interested in the arrest of the suspects that are wanted, and those that are the warrant of arrest throughout the country. And we arrest thousands and thousands per week. Every Monday, you can check the statistics. It's not only Musa.
Are you interested in all of them?
Yes,
So you pay attention to all of those thousands of arrests?
to all of them. That's why we report on Monday.
That time, Mr. Matlala had a security company. According to Mr. Matlala to General Sibiya, Mr. Matlala and his security company always have a provision where Musa usually goes on weekends. Do you see that in 252? So let me not misquote anybody. I've read it for you, and this is the reason Sergeant Nkosi gave as the instruction that was coming from you.
I deny the allegations made by Sergeant Nkosi is not correct, Chair.
Also deny that you spoke to to Brigadier Ramangwa when he was with Sergeant Nkosi to effect this arrest?
To Brigadier Ramangwa, I won't say I can deny that because he was leading the task team. So I can't say I deny or I admit. I might have.
Spoken to him on the day of the operation to arrest?
It's
Mr.
possible.
Kaur. Okay, thank you.